Well, it's about around, give or take a little bit, about 4:45, around 4:45-ish, something like that on the morning. Just had my coffee with some rehydrated blueberries and a little pouch of oatmeal. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Looks like it's going to be a great day today. So today, it's day 5. Day 5 already. My goodness, where does time go? This hike is almost halfway through. Today's plan: a resupply in the community, town, village of Raglan. That's 14 kilometers away, thereabouts, to where we turn off the trail and head a couple of kilometers down the road into town. So today's a resupply day, maybe a little town food there too. We'll see if there's a little diner. That'll be perfect. Anyhow, Jasper here, wishing everybody a good morning. I'm having a good morning. I hope you are too, wherever you are. Day 5 begins of our Oak Ridges through hike. We'll see you down the trail. Hey, just sat on the side of the trail. It's a little intersection on this little dirt kind of, I guess, a back road, logging trail, ATV trail, sled trail, whatever trail. I think it is a concession road, theoretically. Between the forest, it's beautiful. I've noticed this morning, first morning, I'm starting to see a lot of deer flies out here. Beautiful little spot. We've been hiking probably, I'm going to say an hour and a half anyhow. Snack of choice today: the Lara bar. This is actually one of my snacks that I use all the time. I love these things. They're date-based. A lot of the snacks I choose are date-based. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Lots of people actually ask what's good for snack food on the trail. Well, that's one of them that I use, and I just thought I'd mention that to you. There's Andre. He's probably looking for his snacks too. I don't know what he's getting, but I don't think he knows about the Lara bars like we do now. Hey, this one's peanut butter and chocolate chip. Beautiful spot in the shade for a break. But as I say, I just started noticing deer flies. I think that's the first time I've seen any kind of number of them on this hike. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my break. We're going to talk to you guys further down the trail. We're heading towards Raglan, slowly getting there. We're not actually, probably not that far away now. Ah, what a beautiful, beautiful day. Nowhere else I'd rather be today. Talk to you later, guys. So right now, we've made it to the White Feather Country Store. Great store for resupply for the trail ahead of us. And they have a breakfast, they have breakfast sandwiches, they have hot coffee. Well, there's Andre right by the doorway doing some of his shopping. So right here, I guess just outside the community of Raglan, so it's perfect off trail. Maybe it's a kilometer or two off trail, but not too far of a walk. Right by some traffic lights, the first set of traffic lights you come to on Simcoe Street North, I guess just outside Raglan. Hey, great place to have a nice home-cooked, well, I guess, let's say city-cooked breakfast this morning. Some eggs, I'm getting some sausage, some whole wheat toast. Absolutely perfect, guys. It's not supposed to rain today, but I'm noticing, if you look, it's all gray up there. There is some blue sky behind me. Let's hope there is no rain today. I want to stay dry for the day. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. We're going to resupply, and it looks to me as though it's not a perfect resupply point. It doesn't carry everything like your big supermarkets, but there's lots for the guy on trail. So, White Feather Country Store, Raglan, perfect spot, and you're about, when you're actually halfway through, exactly halfway through your through hike of the Oak Ridges Trail, right at this spot, about 135 kilometers from what was it? Where did we? How did we start? Was it Walkford? Oh God, I forgot where we started now. But anyhow, wherever we started, this is halfway to our destination. I'll talk to you later, guys. The day progresses well. We're just about to cross, it looks like, Highway 7 east and west, and Highway 12 north and south. Whitby 20 kilometers, and it looks like, is it Beaverton or something? 47 kilometers. Busy highway, but gladly we're only crossing it. We don't have to walk down it. Just finished a lovely break time with some little cheese bites called Moon Cheese. Absolutely great. 10 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugars, 2 grams of carbs, $2.99. Beautiful little snack product though. Okay, we're gonna have to cross this highway. Woo. Well, Ocala Winery and Orchards. Well, I could, but if I did, they'd have to let me camp somewhere down here, because if I kind of partake it of the Ocala Winery, I don't think I'd be able to hike much further than that for the rest of the day. So I just better keep going. Looks pretty cool though. Looks pretty cool. I can't think of the name right now, but on the Bruce Trail down south, maybe Niagara section, I don't know what section, but there's a big winery, or maybe it's a cidery. I believe it's a cidery there. Yeah, it's not a winery, but a cidery. But just great. Bake shop, kitchen, bar, full menu, all kinds of stuff to buy and eat. Just perfect. Stopped in there many times. In fact, every time I've hiked past there, I've stopped in there. Anyhow, the trail, country gravel road, a lot of these so far on the Oak Ridges, which is fine. I actually love these backcountry roads. The trail itself, you know what? I guess about now I should start to give my 2 cents worth. Is it easy? Is it moderate? Is it difficult? Is it extreme? Is it very easy? What is it? Up to now, the Oak Ridges Trail from Warkworth to, I'd say maybe 5 or 10 kilometers past the halfway mark heading west, has been an easy trail. It's been an interesting trail, and you know what? More importantly, I think it's been a very, very, very enjoyable trail. I have thoroughly enjoyed this hike so far. Now, I did start off knowing that the only possibility I could see of a reasonable resupply at a reasonable distance from trail was in Raglan. And Raglan had a nice kitchen. We had a breakfast there, picked up cookies and snacks and this kind of stuff, great breads, but I would not definitely consider that a resupply location. They've no cereals, no oatmeals, no instant potatoes, ramen noodles, this type of a product that the through hiker might be carrying in his backpack. So I want to throw that out there. Didn't really concern me, simply because I did think of it as my resupply, and I was looking at it as my resupply, but I had my doubts, so I packed heavy right out of Warkworth, knowing or thinking that Aurora might be the next place that I can actually get a reasonable resupply. So keep that in mind. A great place to stop in, pick up a few items, but definitely not a full resupply by any means. Water. Biggest issue on this trail I've had so far is actually natural water sources. Few and far between. Knocked on many a farmhouse door so far, got water. Water in the restaurant last night, got water out of the washrooms at Raglan country store this morning, got water. But actually finding good quality water to filter on trail, natural water, rivers and so on, very, very, very sparse. Very reminiscent of the southern sections of the Bruce Trail. Although I'd say worse, more so worse. I never went a full day on the Bruce in the south where I didn't see some water source. Here I am doing that. I'm going more than a full day without seeing a natural water source. However, I'm seeing quite a few cows. Like these guys right over here. Are they called Jersey cows or is it Guernsey cows? What are they called? The black and white ones. If you guys know what those cows are called, and I'm not talking like Bob, Mary or Sue, put a comment below. Are they Guernsey, Jersey? What are they? Hey, let us know. All you farmers out there, because I don't know. But they're just lying in the shade. They got the right idea. How are you doing, guys? Oh, that one's kind of giving me the evil eye, but maybe not. Okay. Oh, Andre's found himself a friend. Oh, well, good for him. Okay, down the trail we go.
Jasper, what do you think? Place to camp up in here.
Well guys, I just finished an absolutely amazing dinner this evening. I had the Three Sisters stew, which was really good. Now I find it though a little too spicy for me, but I do enjoy it. So I portion it in half and I put half in 2 separate freezer bags. And then when I prepare it in my Tupperware, I add a little extra water. And then once it's rehydrated, I had instant mashed potatoes to it. And it works out just well. And I had that tonight with a bagel. And then I had a chocolate bar and coffee for dessert. That was my meal. Awesome. 34, a little over maybe. So but let's just say 34 kilometers today on trail. And then another 4 or 5 off trail going into Raglan to the White Feathers for a resupply and a breakfast and so on. So yeah, really good day today. We are at 150 kilometers, 150.4 kilometers on trail of our Oak Ridges through hike completed. So yeah, we're well over halfway, 120 to go. I do believe that earlier in this hike, I called out Friday for a Western Terminus arrival. You know what, we're actually moving that up to Thursday, I think. Later, probably in the afternoon, early evening-ish. We'll say ish right now. For our arrival at the Western Terminus and hopefully the completion of the Oak Ridges trail through hike, barring any kind of injury and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, all is well. The trail has been amazing. Now, one thing I will mention for any future through hikers out there, right from day 1 up to the end of day 5, water sources have been a challenge. It's the only thing that's really been a challenge. I've had no real problem finding camp spots or anything. That's fine. But water has been a challenge. This afternoon, for instance, to get my water for this evening, I used a lady's hose pipe, for instance, at her home. And filled a couple of liters of water there, and we've been doing that. Earlier today it was water at the White Feathers. Yesterday it was water at the steakhouse and so on, or the smokehouse restaurant, and certain houses along the way. There's only been a handful of actual natural water sources that we found so far. So I just want to point that out for any future through hikers out there. Don't be afraid to knock on doors to ask for water, because it could possibly be the only way you're going to get some at certain times. But hey, Jasper here. It's been an amazing day. I'm going to be turning in shortly, doing my ledger for the day, planning my miles and so on for tomorrow, and what adventures we're going to come across tomorrow. But you know what? I am going to sleep well tonight, and I hope you do too. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Day 6 is underway. And you know, It's starting out with a little bit of a mixed bag of cookies, really, because we were awoken to the sound of rumbling in the sky of distant claps of thunder. So we thought, uh-oh, we better get our gear packed up, and so we're ready to go. Right now, we do have a sunrise. No rain yet. Beautiful kind of orange ball rising into the sky from the horizon, but diffused behind the trees. Very pretty, very beautiful, awesome trail. Right ahead of me, the hiking guru Andre, he's just hammered down this morning. He's gone. 60-kilometer day, Andre says. However, I don't think so. We are 150 kilometers, 150.4 kilometers into our through hike attempt of the Oak Ridges Trail. Day 6 begins. Everything's going fine. You know what, guys? We're going to talk to you down the trail. Just take a look at how well manicured this farmland is. Wheat on the right, wheat fields, corn on the left. Absolutely beautifully manicured farm properties. Look at that beautiful farmhouse over there. Oh yeah. You know what? I think there's a few bucks to be made, maybe in farming. Maybe that's what I should try next. Maybe I'll get a farm. I don't know, just saying. Beautifully groomed, though. It looks absolutely stunning with the sun shining on that wheat field. Absolutely beautiful. Well, just a little bit of an update on day 6. This little section that we're in right now is probably the most rugged so far of the Oak Ridges Trail. And lots of bugs today too in these sections. But you know what? Again, great adventure, great day. Starting to get really hot again and humid. I guess today's Monday. And you know, time-wise, it's got to be around noonish, maybe 11 o'clock, noon, something like that. I haven't turned my phone on for a while, so not quite sure of the time, but it's got to be around noon. But the day progresses just fine. How far am I in for the day so far? You know what? Maybe 15 kilometers, not sure, give or take, I'm just guessing. Heading towards Musselman Lake. That's going to be my next kind of area. I did stop at, is it Copin's Corners? Is that what it's called? Got a coffee and a muffin, a few bars for the trail and so on, some water. But that'll get me to Musselman Lake today, and that's later today. Musselman Lake, you know what, if there's swimming available, love to jump in there and swim, get rid of the sweat, that'd be great. Wash the shorts and this kind of stuff, and then continue. I'm guessing it's going to be another 30 kilometer give or take day. Everything is going just fine. It's been a great trail so far. So, you know, again, kudos to the Oak Ridges Association. It is an amazing trail to hike. Unfortunately, and very unfortunately, except for a couple of trailheads where there's been parks type places where there's other trails, like mountain bike trails and so on, we actually have not, as of yet. We've not seen any other through hikers. We've seen no day hikers whatsoever. No one wearing a backpack of any kind in now 5.5 days of being on trail. That tells me that a lot of work may have been going into this association of the Oak Ridges Trail, but there's not a lot of people in these areas from Warkworth to where I am today. So let's call it Warkworth to Musselman Lake. There's just not a lot of people using the trail, I don't think. Again, we've been on the trail through Canada Day, that long weekend where the Bruce, for instance, would be packed with people, especially around the trailheads, but not so on the Oak Ridges. So I can only assume a lot of people, there's not a lot of people using this trail, which is unfortunate because it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and I do encourage people to get out here and hike this trail because it's gorgeous out here. Anyhow, let's just take a look at this beautiful trail. Looks like an old abandoned train line. Say what? The midday heat. Well, it is just beating us all to heck today. Hot day, humid, a lot of open kind of busy highway asphalt. Right now, back kind of gravel road, but still very exposed. As we make our way now, about, maybe 1.5 kilometers-ish to Musselman Lake. Hopefully there, we're going to be able to do some swimming, maybe get in the lake, get washed up a little bit. Maybe drink something cold, eat an ice cream, relax for a little bit, which would be really nice. After that, we'll continue down the trail a ways, and of course, we'll start to look for that perfect little camp spot for the evening. Just a little update today. Hot, sticky, definitely a challenge today, that's for sure. Musselman Lake right behind us, and you know what? You guys have got to stop in at this little kind of country store for your ice cream. Hot dogs $3. Great place to buy some water, although you have to buy the 500 ml bottles if you want to fill up your water bottles, if that's what you're doing. It's called Cedar Beach Variety Store, right at Musselman Lake. Now, at Musselman Lake, I took a bath in the lake, I washed my shorts, I washed my t-shirt. Hey, not the greatest, but you know what? When you've been on trail for the last week, better than nothing, it will work out just fine. So make sure you all stop in here. Perfect little place. Across the street, Cedar Beach Resort, campground. Unfortunately, due to the COVID, they're not allowing any tents in there, only self-contained units, I guess campers and people with seasonal passes and so on, which isn't me, of course. So we are going to be heading out of town, and as usual, we're going to find our camp spot, well, wherever we find it. Hey, Jasper here. The day goes great. Andre, how many miles do we have in today? Kilometers? How many?
I think we're somewhere around 25 kilometers. Jasper.
Okay, we're somewhere around 25 kilometers, Jasper. That's what Andre says. Okay, so 25 kilometers so far for today. You know what? We're going to get our 30 as usual, like we always do. We're going to talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Well, guys, the end of day number, I think that's number 6. I think it's day number 6. 29.9 kilometers today. And we're up to 179.9 kilometers in total. Actually, it was 29.5 kilometers today and 179.9 kilometers total. There, something like that. I'm in my bunk. It's probably around 7 o'clock now. I've had my dinner, which was mashed potatoes with bacon jerky and some cookies, and my coffee and some water. Super interesting day coming through Musselman Lake, which is maybe 4.5 kilometers behind us now. Found a nice little camp field in some kind of parkland area. So yeah, our attempt of the Oak Ridges Trail goes fine. Thunderstorms tonight. It's raining and then it stops. It just stopped raining now, which gave me the opportunity to do some filming without all the kind of crashing of the rain on the tent, inside my tent. By the way, the tent I'm using for this particular hike was purchased for me by my 2 daughters, Karina and Amanda, and I'm using the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2 2020 version HD. So that's the tent I'm using on this particular hike, and that was great. It's working out great. It's a super tent. So today I did manage to kind of get a bit of a bath in the Musselman Lake. Not the greatest water, but you know what? Been sweating for a week now, so that was really, really nice. Yeah. I have no reception here on my phone. I cannot get a signal out to upload a report onto the Oak Ridges Trail Facebook page. So we're just going to have to do that tomorrow, I'm afraid. You know what? Jasper here. This is the last transmission for today. we are going to turn in because I'm really, really, really tired tonight for some reason. And up and at 'em again early. We're going to have thunderstorms on and off tonight. But then I think tomorrow's supposed to be dry, but it's supposed to be hot and sticky again. Yep. Hopefully tomorrow we can find some fresh water sources, natural water sources, rivers and so on. But we'll see tomorrow. Water has been a bit of an issue, as I mentioned. Although today we went past like several convenience stores almost, so we could buy bottled water, which is what we did today. Most of the day anyhow. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.